All right. Let's see. So, tab brings up your builder mesh. So on the bottom right side of the screen is a builder mesh. What kind of builder mesh you have.
Uh,
And if you turn that off, you can walk up to any object and press C, and that'll copy it to your builder mesh, and that'll be the object that you can place.
oh, that's nice.
Let's see what happens when you.
What, do you want me to actually play something?
Oh no, let's go out to a place where there's a little bit more room. You have a pillar. It's funny.
Oh, you can see it. You
Yep.
can just see me carrying it around.
Yeah.
How do you fly?
Press F. Fly is also no clip, so you can fly through the walls and stuff too.
All right.
So let's see. We can go to an area that isn't built yet. So if you go down this hallway here, all right, it looks like it ended up being like this pretty windy area. I'm not really even sure what to do with this place. I feel like we could just scrap the whole thing and start over and make something else instead. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not really sure what to do with it either. You know what I mean? Because you enter from this area here, and it's just like you're in a fucking space all of a sudden. Also, can you come into this hallway with me real quick? Like, okay, let's pretend that we're fighting stuff. Do you think this hallway's too cramped? Like, I guess maybe it's fine.
Uh,
Do you feel like we'd be bumping into each other?
I feel like you could get blocked by enemies if you can't walk through them, and you'd be like stuck, and you could get fucked pretty easily.
Yeah, maybe some of this is a little bit too tight. Like, this isn't like a good thing. You know what I mean? Because, like, can you imagine just fighting a shit ton of enemies in this little tiny hallway? I guess it would be okay, maybe. Maybe it's just barely passable. But I feel a little bit like I would be like trying to like not walk in front of your gun, you know? I'd be like I can't
Yeah.
stand in the middle, like I'd be like just shooting. Well, anyway.
Well, you should make it where there's no team damage, anyways.
Oh yeah, yeah, for PvE there won't be any team damage. So let's see um so if you press E, you'll notice on the top on the right side of the screen, there's a whole menu thing there, right? And you see
Yeah.
prototype, right? And then there's floor, and under floor you can see like ceilings on
One
this.
of them says castle, so I can see. I guess it's castle type.
Yeah,
It's so confusing.
I know it,
Uh,
it might actually be confusing, but it's really just for a castle environment. That's one of the few things here. Check this out. It's one of the few things that actually has assets with actual
Giant.
textures. So you can place some floors. You just saw a giant rock.
I could just throw giant rocks in your face when you're trying to do shit.
Yep, it can knock me off the map. So let's see. In the castle thingy.
Wait, it moves you?
No,
Oh.
not until you place it, and only if I'm in standing mode. If I'm in no clip, it will have no effect.
Oh.
So let's see. I can place some.
How do I undo something? Or
Uh,
delete it?
you
You
just
said there was no
you
undos.
press. Yeah, not yet. You can press R to reset an object. Your
I
rock.
did nothing. I did
Press
nothing.
delete. To delete it.
Oh, okay, that's what I was trying to figure out.
So here's kind of like one example asset uh, that does exist already, and this is for like walls, floors, and ceilings. Whoops, why did that happen? That was weird.
No.
Oh, it's because maybe my thing collided with your builder mesh. That's weird.
I didn't even have anything. I just selected
Oh,
a wall. Is it not facing the right way? How do I rotate it?
so Q rotates, but I'm thinking that I'm gonna probably completely rework the way the rotation and everything like that works. You know what I mean?
Huh.
Because it feels really wonky right now. Also, we're gonna need to be able to place lights sooner than later because you see how fucking dark this shit gets right over here.
Yeah.
Unless we're placing just the developer, objects and stuff like that.
I guess we can have light models, but the actual light orbs can be separate. Like the
Mm.
actual lighting effect.
So I'm not really sure how to get past this bug where you can't name yourself properly. I wonder what the hell. I guess that's gonna be one of the next things I gotta try and figure out. That's gonna have to
What
be
if I
something.
die? If I walk off the edge?
You can't die in the current state right now. You'll just fall really far. There's
Okay, that's.
there should probably be a button to respawn. Here, let
Why
me.
is there me in the sky as well?
Because above you is your own name. You can see your own name.
Oh, it
Button.
looks like it's way up in the fucking air.
Yeah. Button to respawn is needed. So let's see. I put that down in the notes. I can imagine somebody accidentally falling for like a zillion
Also,
feet.
being able to set like a kill depth, like you know how you have the
Yeah.
sky,
I'm
and
I'm
you don't
thinking
need to like kill area.
I'm thinking that they'll be over, floating above 000 or maybe something like that. There'll be a world spawn entity that you can fly up to, and is only visible while you're in editor mode, and you can just change like all kinds of variables on it and stuff. Oops, did you rotate this?
No,
That was weird.
I didn't do shit
Oh, wonder how it got
unless
rotated.
I did it on accident. I didn't
Yeah,
press any buttons. I only pressed F.
so I'm thinking of the way I'm gonna probably work this is to make it so that when you the only way you can manipulate existing objects is to left click it first, and then that highlights it, and then you can rotate it and
And
stuff.
that'll be nice because then you know that's what you have selected.
Yeah, yeah. But that's
Oh,
essentially it. I mean, once I get the manipulation stuff down a lot better, I think we'll be in pretty good shape. Like, it'd be easier to work with. But yeah, so that's it. A multiplayer in-game level editor, and then at any point in time you can hit a button and respawn wherever and then just begin shooting monsters and stuff.
yeah.
But there's gonna need to be a lot of additional work done to polish this up so that the editor feels tighter.
This is a cage.
Yeah, it's kind of a cage.
Do the stereotypical putting skeletons in.
Yeah, some skeletons there. Yeah, I tried taking things to be more advanced, where like you can try and like do more detailing and stuff like that with props, and it like all the way in the very beginning, there's some pipes that I put, and these pipes took way too much effort in the current state right
Huh.
now. I need to make it so that you can do pipes like this really fast and easy. It's just a plop 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 plop. You know what I mean? Copy copy
Oh, I
copy.
use the pipes.
Yeah, it was really hard to do them. And also the current manipulation thing right now with the arrow keys is just oof. So I'm thinking when you left click an object, it highlights it and you can drag it around exactly the same way that the builder the builder mesh works,
Yeah.
and you just get a more fine grid to work with when you're placing them, so you can place barrels and crates and have them kind of
So is
rotate
this
and
all
stuff.
one? Oh, it's different parts. Okay.
Yeah. So it's like a straight and then a curve, you know.
And they just connect to each other.
hmm They all just line up because of the way the grid works. So you can do things at all different kinds of angles and all kinds of weird stuff. Like it's it's pretty easy to build just about in any angle you want, even though everything is forced to a pretty standard grid size.
Hmm. I like that you put the little green arrow so you know what direction
Yeah.
it's facing.
The only thing is, it doesn't look like a green arrow from every angle.
Yeah, it
It
took
kind of
me a
looks like a
little bit.
square sometimes. Also, too, the wall is like when you place a wall for the first time, it's always facing away from you, which means that you're looking at the back of the wall, and it looks weird. But yeah,
Hmm.
I mean, this is the very beginnings of this project right now. We're getting to see um, what it's like to, a small glimpse of what it might be like to be able to build in a cooperative building of level design, and have it all be in a game that's meant to be co-op from the start as well. So
It's
Revulsion
already got
2.
the Revulsion vibes.
Yep, yep.
It already feels like an upgrade from the other editor, the multiplayer one you were doing.
Oh yeah, yeah. That one was the basis that got me started working on this one because that one was more Minecrafty, and now I'm just my goal is to just make a level editor, something that's as robust as possible but as simple as possible, so anyone can just make maps. And there's a few things I need to do. I'm probably going to be doing a bunch of tweaks to it tonight, but yeah, this is the this is the very beginnings. It saves the file. Only the server can save, but that's just for now. I think the client should be allowed to um, at least force the server to save whenever the button is pressed or something.
Hmm.
Yeah. I think this is going to be really good for learning level design too. You know how much
Yeah.
easier it's going to be to teach people how to level design like this, where we're all just floating around in the same world, just
Yeah, Raven might want to get in on this.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm definitely gonna have him jump in. Anyone else who wants to. Anyone. Once I get this just a tiny bit further along.
We
Uh,
should get together and all make a level drunk and see how it turns out.
yeah, I'm up for that drunken level design. Can you
Yeah,
imagine? Also, too,
we
I
could make
wonder.
that like a thing.
I wonder how many people we can have at once too. Like, can we have like 8 people working on a map at the same time? That'd be fucking insane.
I mean, you can already host stuff that people connect to like locally with like 8 people, so it should be fine. I don't know how performance heavy it's going to be. I guess we'll find that out once we get all the textures and stuff in.
Probably not that much because the game
And
the game's using
particles.
retro art. So like when you look at the
Yeah, just wait till you let people post or put like particle effects like fire and shit down.
oh yeah, the lighting. Once we can start placing light. So all the different categories on the bottom, you see the if you press E, you can see that there's like mesh, actor, trigger, interactive, volume. These are each different categories that will let you
Yeah.
access a different menu to the right side to
Are
let
you
you.
gonna give people the option to? Is it gonna be possible in this editor to give people the option to change the tint of something?
Um,
Because that would make customized levels extremely easy to do if you can just change the tint or the
you mean the lighting or the tint of a
well, for
texture?
the lighting too, being able to change any color
Yep.
to any color lighting. But for the textures, that would also be a
So
way to add a lot of customization.
So in mesh mode right now, if you look to the left side when you press E, you'll see that there's a rotations control. Well, things like if I go into lighting mode, the right side of the screen will,
Yeah, it'll just be one of those RGB sliders.
yeah, there'll be an RGB thingy where you can just choose you can choose the color,
Yeah,
and then you know what I mean, and then there'll be lighting, for like different types of lights, and then there'll be prop lighting, so for
yeah,
different environments.
so the
So
whole
like there'll be
thing.
torches for the castle environment. I'll just see a bunch of torches listed here, and then you can make the torch glow blue instead of, you know what I mean. You could change everything like that. So like all those controls will be on the left side of the screen for the more finite stuff.
Yeah. So you can hold right mouse down to look around when you're in
Yeah,
E.
yeah, that makes it just like the editor. If you're in fly mode, it's literally the same thing as the UE4 editor.
Yeah.
So this will be. I'm probably gonna promote this video. I'll show people what I'm cooking up over here. The idea of doing cooperative level design, and I'm totally like looking forward to having streams where we're doing like, drunken level design. That'd be great.
Yeah, it'd be like a segment.
So there'll be a pretty decent amount of scripting as well. So there'll be triggers where you walk into it, you can spawn monsters or open doors or make walls
And touch
open.
points.
Yeah, we can touch.
Also, I
Um,
do currently collide with you.
yeah,
Huh.
unless we go into fly mode, where fly mode is just
I wonder if I
totally.
can jump on your head and stand still.
second.
Uh, no, I just kind of like spasm off.
Oh wait, can we fly through each other in no clip? Yeah, it seems like we can.
Yeah, that changes it.
Yeah, it ended up working out pretty well. So yeah, it's just a matter of making more and more progress on this, and this will just be the basis for the getting things started, and then I'll have the ability for people to be running around shooting monsters while you're flying around building the map. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
that's part of the goal as well. Like people are getting loot and opening treasure chests and all kinds of random shit every time they they play the map, and you can
I
be
like how
like
this
watching
just
them do it.
puts it in any corner.
Yeah. So some objects will have smaller, more fine grids when you're placing them, like boxes, barrels, and boxes, and crates and stuff like that. Um, when you left click it, you'll be able to drag it around a lot more precisely. I think that's a good thing, and then there'll be a way to rotate it, more, more finite rotation. I guess that's really all I need to do. I
Well, it's
don't
a
know.
good thing I can fly, because you can get stuck down there.
Yep. Yeah, we have to identify those places and make it so that you can either escape from it somehow, or because you don't want to ever have any places in a map where if you fall you're just dead, right? People always prefer having some kind of like a little staircase or something off to the side or some kind of way to
Yeah,
climb out. So this will be really fun during during the actual development because I'll be explaining why, it's a good idea to do things. Like I don't like this room. Maybe this room would be better if the entrance was wider. So like take a look at this. Like
yeah, maybe.
let's widen this entrance and see what happens. I mean, or maybe there's two ways to come in. So let me just delete a bunch of shit real quick and then let's see. Oh, the mouse wheel lets you adjust the distance that it is.
Oh, that's nice.
So let's see. Let me grab a floor. There we go. Maybe this curved hallway sucks. So so what I'll do is
It's a little too curved. You can make it slightly and then make it open up towards like
yeah
halfway through.
yeah like right here is kind of okay. Like because let's see how it feels. Like you come in like this. You know what I
Wait,
mean?
are mine higher? What did I do?
Oh, if you use the mouse wheel, you can adjust the height, but you might have grabbed a type of
Oh,
it's floor
okay.
02 instead of floor 01.
Oh, I copied
So one thing you can do, okay,
whatever
so
was
grab
already.
press C on floor 01 when you see a target of floor 01, and then you can press V to just copy over top of it. So like you can take any object and just
Oh,
immediately
okay.
turn it into another object, whatever you have currently on your builder mesh. So your target mesh and your builder mesh. Oh, oh shit! If you're standing on something when you rotate it, it's really disorienting.
Oh, I want to try. Oh, the disco. That's kind of funny though, because I could troll people and just like do that to you.
Yeah. Well, I was just oh god. That is so weird. That is so
Oh,
weird.
we're trying to get these to line up. Like there's a thick black line right here.
Yeah. It probably won't matter because I mean this is just a block mesh for now, but like so let's see. Let's see. All right, just pretend you're shooting a bunch of monsters. You're already war torn. You've been doing this for about 15 minutes.
I think I
How will it
fixed.
feel
No, I
to
didn't
enter?
fix it because now this is.
How will it
Oh,
feel?
oh, I fixed it. Maguchi. No more giant black lines.
So like,
Yeah, I can deal with this. This floor is raised right here.
there's a reason why that one's
Oh, it's
raised.
raised for a reason.
Yep,
I
there you
see.
go. Yeah, it's just to avoid the Z fighting. That's why the slightly raised one exists, so that you can get away with getting having hallways that are on separate angles,
Hopefully the textures that we have line up properly like this, because that'll look weird though.
Yeah, there'll be different types of textures. I'm not really sure exactly what I'm gonna try to do, but yeah.
Oops.
Press
Oh,
R, press R, and it'll reset them.
oh, will
hmm
it reset them? How does it know what to reset it to?
Um,
Since we loaded it, I guess.
yeah. Every time I do a save, you can it remembers where the last save point was, and you can reset everything back to whatever that last save point was. So if you press R, you can just kind of do that. So
I'm
we
pretty
have
sure
kind of
making
a
a
we have like a ghetto undo.
pretty sure making triangle floor pieces would solve that making rotated stuff.
Well, the thing is that we have so many different angles that are available to us when we build. So it's going to be pretty hard to, to come up with stuff that mathematically lines up. So what we're going to have to do
Yeah.
is practice the art of jamming shit together. Uh, it gets pretty ugly in professional level design. It's going to get pretty ugly in this
You
too.
went, I already raised
Oh,
it.
you did?
Already on it.
Yep, yep. So let's see. Let me put a regular floor here. So let's see. Let me grab some regular walls. For some reason, I just feel like putting. Oops. Oh, I actually like this
That's
one.
interesting.
Yeah, there's quite a few different types of props if you look through the list. I'm still adding more though right now, but my goal is to get a fairly decent list of archetypes that we can just jam together and do all kinds of stuff. And then once it comes to the point where we art things out, what we do is we grab, and then we can just start putting uh,
Uh,
the floors in. This is a bad way to have done
oh,
it.
so if I copy a floor and put it down, it says you're the owner.
Oh, really?
It copies.
It copies the
Let
owner.
me check really quick because I copied one. This one here that I placed has my name on it, but
Oh
this
yeah,
one
there's
doesn't
zombie
for
doll.
some reason.
Wait, it knows that you're zombie doll
This
when it's
one
stored on the
says,
actual object.
oh yeah, this says you placed by the castle, so it still remembers you're the castle. Weird.
Yeah.
Let me see really quick. You might want to move.
Oops.
I was gonna delete it.
I was gonna fall through. Actually, I'm having too much fun with this. The video is 22 minutes long, but actually, I'm just
Yeah,
gonna fuck it. You know what? This is probably gonna be pretty
it still
entertaining for
says you're the
people.
floor. Oh wait, no, it does say on the floor now. Maybe I was clicking too far over.
Yeah, I think if you delete it or if you copy and then you delete.
I think I was just selecting like a little too far over. It wasn't quite on the floor.
Maybe you gained ownership.
Oh, it says it's by me now.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's gonna be kind of funny because it's kind of possible to like take credit for other people's work by just flying through an area and be like, oh, blah blah. But I mean, it's such is life. I mean, if people are gonna act that way, you shouldn't be working with them. Let's see.
Well, in this day and age, most people are streaming or recording shit they're doing, so
Yeah, this is
good
true.
luck.
This is actually very true. I'm gonna love getting like 8 people together and like try and collaborate some kind of effort and like how quickly these maps would come together if we have that
Yeah,
many people working together at once. Jesus Christmas Christ.
you
I
know,
don't know why
people
I
are
said.
gonna hide little troll areas.
Oh yeah. The amount of secrets, the way things are like built and everything like that. Let me see if I can grab a wall. I need a wall, an actual wall. Okay, that's wall 01. So let's see. Let me see if this can line up at all. It's a
Uh,
little that's a little weird, but I can do it. Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
wait, how did you manage that?
So it's sort of you just get used to how you can jam things together. So if you look at it from above, you can see what I just did, or you can look at it from below too.
Weird.
Yeah. I have wanted a collaborative level design tool for years, and I'm finally getting a chance to. Well, I ended up having to do it myself, but I mean, this is going to be testimony that Revulsion 2 is going going to be multiplayer right from the get-go. oh, oh, and for people watching the video, the plan right now is also to develop levels for Revulsion 1 using this editor. So Revulsion 1, the one that's already up on Steam right now, uh, you'll be able to use this editor for free and build maps for the first Revulsion. I'm hoping that it works unless something technical happens where it stops me. I haven't done the testing yet, but that's the plan, is to make this become the editor for Revulsion 1. So there'll probably be a lot of interesting Revulsion 1 uh, content very soon, and any kind of help that I get while working on this for Revulsion 2, you're gonna be helping me further develop this kind of stuff. So um, you know buy a copy of Revulsion 1, check it out, like everything like that. But we'll have to see how things go in the near future. But all right, so here's one thing. So when
How
we
do you
get
fix a problem like this?
so here's one way to do it. So if you look in trim,
Yeah,
um, wait, how come? Oh yeah, I meant
I
to cancel.
had trim. I had one of these.
There it is, right
Top.
there. So you can usually hide problems like that with one of these,
Oh,
but
it's a big trim.
yeah, but this is
But that caused a problem over here. Looks
yeah.
kind of weird.
So using the arrow keys, I don't recommend it right now because it's not very good at the moment, but yeah. So this is the part of the problem that I'm having right now. One of the things that you would normally do in a level editor is you would grab this object, you'd press C on it, and then you'd be able to just, duplicate it a couple of times. But now I've got to do it the hard way and manually do it like this. This is not going to be how it always is, but there you go. The trim or any kind of cubes or anything like that, you can usually hide, ugly stuff like that pretty quickly, I think.
Oof. How the fuck would you get this to line up the same way on the other side?
It won't. Once placed, you can use the arrow keys when you look directly at it, and you can manipulate your target mesh. You
But
know what
I'll
I mean?
never know if the position's correct.
Yeah, it'll never be perfect. You'll have to. Yeah, I see what you're doing. There's probably going to be a lot of stuff like this because when different angles meet, it causes problems. It's just a universal thing. I feel a lot better about entering this area now, but now it's just you're going right into hell. Like there's monsters probably poking you from every direction. It feels a little bit too vulnerable. Maybe I guess this would be good for co-op because it would feel like you're pushing forward, but I really do feel like maybe press R. Oops. Yep, the
Reset.
editor. You reset the wrong thing. Uh, trying to do the more
Where
specific
is the
manipulation right
wall
now.
that was here?
Oh, it rotated. See, I just put it
I
back.
couldn't find it. I don't know how to fucking do this.
Well, the big problem right now is that the manipulation tool is terrible, and I need to fix it. But
You should be able to copy the exact like positional
yep,
state of something as well.
I'm thinking like the X key. If you press X, it'll like literally copy it in its exact position, and you can just you can drag it around. It'll be like automatically part of your selection. So this kind of feels a little bit more interesting. But what if actually? Hold on a second. What if instead of the ramp here, what if we do this instead? Hold on. So I deleted those two floors. I grabbed this, and now we put a ramp like this. What do you think of this?
Hmm.
So when you enter, you now have like maybe this is a little too. This needs to be raised up now. So the ceiling is too short because it's too close to your head, right? You know what I mean? So like, all right. So maybe maybe that, yeah. Yeah, maybe the entrance is like this instead. I have to grab a ceiling. It's always.
Oh, you could have grabbed the one that I just deleted. Oops.
Alright, I'll have to do it the hard way. Hold on a second. There's a ceiling here.
I undo the fact that I deleted something? No, I
Oh,
can't.
that's not a ceiling. Oh yeah. Wait, hold on a second. How the fuck is this a ceiling?
It's an
Oh,
arch
it's an arch.
ceiling.
It's an arch.
Can't see it from the side you're looking.
Yeah. Ugh. Alright, let's see. I need just a regular, good old-fashioned ceiling piece.
Yeah, there was one here until I deleted it.
I saw it too.
God damn it.
Here we go.
Oh, I was just gonna bring you one too, because I have one now.
I keep pressing F to close the menu, but it's E, so oof. I'm still getting a bit used to my own editor, so um,
I don't know if that's what we're doing, but
something like that maybe.
I don't know
So
what we're
okay,
doing.
so you see, like now you don't feel like you're gonna bump your head when you come up this ramp. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Now in the case of like, if we have co-op with four people, we need a lot of room to fight, and there's probably gonna be a lot more monsters than just regular. So I guess having multiple paths through the same area and stuff like that is going to be pretty normal. So I could even imagine having, you know, uh, maybe like this right here leads off to the side and takes you up here, and you come through this way. You know what I mean? So like maybe up here is like another area that you can kind of circle around to, and like it all ends up ultimately coming down to the same choke point, like over here, like this room over here would be, but kind of leaving it a little bit more open-ended for people to kind of choose different paths within the same area, giving a little bit more flanking opportunities and stuff like that. What do you think?
I mean, it seems good. I'm not a level designer, so
Well, I mean, as a player, how do you feel? Like if you come in here, you're already killed like 100 monsters. You know what I mean? Like there's a dude up
yeah, like a
here,
breath of fresh air.
boom, boom.
Get a little bit more room. Yeah.
You think it should have a little bit more room? I mean,
No,
would
I'm saying it
yeah,
has more room than where you just came from, so
yeah,
you
true.
can run around in circles and lose these motherfuckers.
Yep. Or have something to hide
Get a little
behind, or
space. Yeah.
so like
Not really anything to hide behind, but if we put some. It's not really room to put any crates or anything. Kind of.
yeah, that's true. I mean, there's barely any room. Like maybe we need to space this out a
I'd be
little bit.
falling off this edge.
Yep, yep.
Trying to avoid shit.
Which edge over here? Like this one over here? There's no railing or anything up here on this side.
Any of them. Because it's just so narrow.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. Maybe we need to just rebuild this
A lot of
shit.
times people be running backwards fighting shit and stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. I don't want them just falling in lava. Not like that, you know what I mean? Um, yeah, so maybe this does need to be
Maybe just
redone.
expand out these and make this a little more visual out here.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I was thinking that this back path that we just made over here could come around, you
And
know,
go up top
yeah, and go up
in there.
top. Yeah,
So you could take an approach where you kill things from above, picks
yeah,
them off.
like a sniper roost or something, or an area where it's a little bit
Just make it
more.
where the only way to get down there is to take a risky jump without going back around.
Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna vote that we get rid of the terrain below, and that was a pretty strong vote. No undo. I really need to get this thing further along.
That was a lot of terrain that you
Yep.
just got rid of.
I
What the
call them I
hell?
call them brownies or cupcakes because they just look like that. You take these big exact gigantic meshes if you fly up over here, and you can see from above, and you just smack them together. And you can make all kinds of stuff on top of them. So this is how you do the terrain in an environment like
And
this.
we could have different types.
There's three different. You can choose between three different kinds right now if you look in the menu. It's in terrain, and there's a fourth one that's just a wall, but there's three like big ones you can choose from. You have to make them.
Oh, geez.
This is so big.
There's a path.
Yeah, that one has a that could also be lava underneath. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Huh.
Where you could put a bridge and do all kinds of stuff. The player is not going to have these aren't going to feel like tiles in Warframe where you feel like you've been through the same one multiple times because you can build on top of it in such a way. There's always going to be unique stuff like uh yeah. So let's see.
You can throw some weird boulder thingies,
Yep.
some rock. It looks so funny right now.
Yeah. And the red right now, for people watching, the red is clip brushes, so to speak. It's clipping. It's player clip. But what it does is when you go into combat mode, or if you switch to actor or trigger or any of these other modes, they become invisible. But when you're in mesh mode, um, they become visible so that you can place and know where all of the level clipping is. Like I don't let you up on the roof of this right now, although that's not a good idea. I do want players to get up on the roof. This prevents players from getting outside of the map, so they can't escape the level. So clipping is the red um, transparent boxes. So this editor is going to be designed in such a way where it's going to be the tool that I use literally to make all of the levels for both Revulsion, for both Revulsion 1 and Revulsion 2. Well, mostly Revulsion 2. Revulsion 1 will end up getting a lot of levels from this too, hopefully. Um, it's it's going to simplify the process of building, uh, you know, full out fucking co-op PVE Doomish, classic Doom Quake style gameplay for a looter shooter, and it's going to be pretty robust. I want people to have the ability to do all kinds of stuff, placing lights. So I'd go into light mode. I get a bunch of lights that I can pick from, and then there would be like prop lighting. So like there's a hanging lamp or some kind of a weird like fluorescent light thingy that's over here. And they can be for all the different types of environments. Like the hell one would have like a sconch torch thingy, you know what I mean? And you can pick that instead. Yeah, there it is. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna end the video. I ended up going longer because I'm having fun with it. I'm actually enjoying the idea of doing this. Uh, this seems like it's gonna be pretty fun. There's gonna be some live streams. If you watch my live streams, the more developed this gets, the more you'll be able to actually watch actual level design, cooperative level design streams and stuff too. So if you like the art of level design, then definitely tune in and check it out because uh, I don't think anybody else is really doing anything quite like this. So, all right. So with that, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna end the video. Hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned for more, and follow me on D Live, and follow me on my DTube where I keep most of my videos. I rarely upload on YouTube, and plan to eventually stop using YouTube altogether. So anyway, take it easy, guys.